Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jedi here, and a little bit of a follow-up to the previous video. I had to cut it short because my nephew came in, and I like to, make my videos a little bit on the private side. But what I was talking about was simply that um, at the time I was talking about who played a sneeze, father of a chew. That was the late Isaac Hayes. Some of you might remember Hayes as playing uh, doing the voice of Chef in South Park. Others are like, he was the man behind the Shaft song. Um, I think he was also John Shaft himself, but I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, back on the subject at hand. Of course, he was a Chew. He was a father of a Chew, and one of the things there was a running gag. Um, the thing is, there's a lot of running gags in movies. If they do it too much, it loses the gag just doesn't do it. It just loses the whole thing of the gag. But when God was it whenever his name is is said, people say bless you. Now another thing is when Robin first met him, went up to him, or first saw him actually, he was being beaten by a bunch of the sheriff's men, and they did a little jab to the Rodney King beans, which were still a fresh thing at the time. He said, "Man, I hope someone's recording this while you hear him being beaten." But Robin comes up to him. He goes up to where they're beating him, and he holds up his picture, and he says, "Achoo!" The the sheriff's officers turn around and say, the sheriff's men turn around and say, "Bless you." That's basically the running gag for that whole bit right there. Now, continuing on, the another thing about this movie is that it has one of, if not the funniest musical numbers I've ever seen. You see, it basically goes like this. You see Achu, Little John, and Blinken, another guy who was who was a running gag. He's a blind character. He's a blind person, and they are making fun of the whole thing that I was blind. But continuing on, they all got together, some of the background people, and they did a song and dance of, basically saying they're men in tights. Look it up. It is a fucking hilarious, hilarious bit. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That covers all the movies that are in the Mel Brooks collection. One of these days, I hope to sit down and just watch the ones I haven't seen, as well as the ones I have seen, and laugh more. So that's all for this video, and it's a continuation of the previous video. Until next time, this is Lord J saying thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves.